You see, I've just rolled my 50th consecutive 7.
You have just heard Report on the Barnhouse Effect by Kurt Vonnegut, Jr. An adventure in time, space, and the unknown. Dimension
Next week, the strange story of the interspace rocket Star Cloud, which vanished mysteriously behind the Great Galactic Barrier in the year 1986. What happened to it and to its crew? We'll tell you next week.
Tonight's story, Report on the Barnhouse Effect, was adapted for radio by Clarice A. Ross. Featured in the cast were Bill Quinn as Clinton, Ed Jerome as Professor Barnhouse, and Carl Weber as Major Cutthroat. Your host was Norman Rose. Music, Albert Berman. Engineer, Bill Chambers. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. Tomorrow, hear Sam Spade. Now it's Truth or Consequences on NBC.
From NBC, April the 22nd, 1950. You had just been listening to an episode of Dimension X entitled The Barnhouse Effect. And now coming up, we have an episode of the Abbott and Costello show that was originally broadcast on ABC May the 5th, 1948. It's entitled The New Sheriff. And guess who's guest starring? Bela Lugosi. That should be interesting.
Hey, Abbott, what time is it?
It's time for the Abbott and Costello show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello show.
It's the Abbott and Costello Show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood tonight for your listening pleasure with Susan Miller and the music of Matty Malley. Hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
Costello, you're late again.
Well, I was watching the girls admiring Lana Turner's new necklace.
Lana Turner has a new necklace?
Yes, made out of her old wedding rings.
Hey, who is that girl you were out with last night?
Ah, that's my new girl.
What's she like, Lou?
What's she like? She likes bourbon, scotch, gin, rye, wine, scotch, bourbon.
Look, where did you meet this girl?
Oh, at the Palladium. I asked her for a dance.
Did you dance the foxtrot, the tango, or the waltz?
The one-step.
The one-step?
One step and I changed my mind about dancing with her.
Why, wasn't she a good dancer?
No, but she makes you forget about dancing during intermission. When I took her home, I kissed her goodnight and got a real kick out of it.
She kisses that good?
No, her father caught us.
Right. Instead of running around every night with a different girl, why don't you settle down and get married, Lou?
Not me, Abbott. Getting married is like going to a cafeteria.
Like a cafeteria?
Yeah, you grab what you want and pay for it later. fighting crime. You'll need a man like me. Appoint me sheriff, and I'll go from house to house and pinch every cook.
No, not every cook. You mean you'll pinch every crook?
You'll pinch what you like, and I'll pinch what I like.
Costello,
You'll pinch what you like, and I'll pinch what I like.
You said that. You said that. Costello, why were you late tonight?
Well, I overslept, Abbott. I had a very peculiar dream. I dreamed I was a pincushion in a room full of balloon dancers. And am I mad?
Why are you mad?
Well, I woke up just when things were beginning to pop. After next week, I'm going to get my own room. I can't sleep with my brother Pat anymore. All night long, he dreams he's Roy Rogers.
Well, why should that disturb you?
He also dreams I'm Trigger. Abbott, if you will appoint me Sheriff of Encino, I'll clean up the town. I'll mop up all the pool rooms. I'll clean out all the saloons. I'll scour the alleys.
How can you do that?
On the side, I'm a street cleaner.
Costello, if I make you the new sheriff, you've got a lot of brave men to follow. Listen to the records of the backgrounds. Sheriff Jones, Redcoats, Northwest Mounted, 1931. Oh, yeah. Sheriff Brown, Redcoats, Northwest Mounted, 1938.
Sheriff Costello, Sports Coats, Bullock's Basement, 1975.
Look, to do criminal work, you have to know something about the law. For instance, do you know how to put up a defense?
Oh, sure. All you have to... Could I have that again?
I said, do you know how to put up a defense?
Why should I put up a defense? I already put up at the wall around my house. I also got at the hedge in the backyard. Why do I have to put up a defense?
No, Costello, when I say you put up a defense, I don't mean you put up a fence like you do when you put up a fence. I mean a defense like when you put up a defense.
Yeah, but I think you nuts.
Now, you think... It's no use. You wouldn't know how to act in the criminal investigation anyhow.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
I was down in the morgue yesterday to see a gangster that was killed. I lifted up the sheet, and there he lay, the corpus delicatessen.
That dummy. Corpus delicti, not corpus delicatessen.
This was a corpus delicatessen. He was stabbed with a salami.
Right.
Well, I knew you were cleaning up Encino, but you didn't have to dump that heap of rubbish here on the stage.
Rubbish?
Oh, pardon me, it's Costello.
Honey, I've appointed Costello as sheriff of Encino. He's going to chase all the criminals out of town.
Well, buddy, you ought to put me on that job. You know I'm a regular bloodhound.
From the looks of your ears, you must be part Cocker Spaniel, too.
I don't have to take any more insults from you, Costello. Huh, I can see through you. I've got eyes like a hawk.
And a beak to match.
Costello. How dare you insult my wife? She's beautiful. Why, before I married her, she had men falling at her feet.
And why not? She was refereeing fights at the Legion Stadium.
Oh, you pigeon-puss, pop-eyed penguin. When I was a girl living in the country, boys used to court me from 10 miles away.
They had to. They were afraid to come any closer.
Pay no attention to him, honey. Say, that's a pretty hat you're wearing, dear.
Oh, I just bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should wear it to one side off the face?
If you're smart, you'll wear it over your face.
Oh, low life.
Low life?
By the way, buddy, I got some new shoes, too. Do you like them? They're pumps.
On you, they look good.
Well, thanks.
Considering that your legs look like pump handles.
Oh! How dare you? I have beautiful legs.
You're bow-legged.
My wife is not bowling.
She's the only woman in the world that can walk down a bowling alley while the game is on.
Costello, for insulting my wife, I'm not going to make you sheriff of Encino, and I'm not going to give you this beautiful badge.
Oh, please, Abbott, let me be the sheriff. I've always wanted a badge. Everybody's got a badge but me. A cop has a badge, a fireman has a badge, even a little Boy Scout has a badge. Abbott, I've just got to have a badge.
But why do you have to have a badge?
I'm tired of holding up my pants with my teeth.
Oh, all right. I hereby appoint you sheriff of Encino. Step forward, and I'll pin this badge on your shirt.
Thank you, Abbott. I mean, Your Honor.
Costello, hold still. I'm tearing your shirt.
I ain't wearing any shirt.
Come on, we're going over to the sheriff's office in Encino right now, so you can start to work immediately. Well, Sheriff Costello, you can take over at once.
I've got it, Abbott. What? The man broke into your room? Yes, ma'am. I'll put it on the police radio right away. Calling all cars. Calling all cars. Go to 237 Mulberry Street. An old maid found a burglar in a room. Proceed with caution. The old maid is armed.
Well, Costello, you're catching on to your job fast.
Darling, I'm glad I found you here. I have news for you. I just picked up a scent.
Here's 9 cents more. Grab a bus and get out of town.
Cut that out, Costello. My wife may be in trouble.
Oh, that's right, buddy dear. Something terrible has just happened.
What did he do? Find your birth certificate?
Costello, pay attention to my wife. As the sheriff of Encino, it's your duty to hear her out.
Well, if it'll make you happy, I'll throw her out.
Never mind him, dear. Let's hear your story.
Well, for the last couple of nights, there's been a lot of strange noises. Screams and gunshots coming from that empty house next door to us. Suddenly, at 2 o'clock in the morning, as I was standing by the stove baking fudge... Ah!
What happened? What happened?
Oh, she burned her fudge.
No, I saw a mysterious man peering out of the attic window. He made an ugly face at me like this.
No, don't do that.
I haven't made the face yet.
How can I tell?
Quiet, Costello. This may be more serious than you think.
I'd like to see the sheriff.
Oh, it's him! That's the mysterious man!
Costello, look! It's Bela Lugosi.
Gee, Bela Lugosi.
Just a minute, Costello. Mr. Lugosi, I am the chairman of the Committee for Crime Prevention in Encino. Now, just what is the nature of your complaint?
Well, I put it in a simple language that even a moron can understand.
Step aside, Abbott. He's talking to me. Now, listen, Lugosi, I'm the sheriff around here, and I'm going to ask you some questions. Now, what were those screams in your house at midnight?
That was my business.
And what about those gunshots?
That's my business.
Ask him about those dead bodies in the basement.
It is also my business.
This guy is doing a heck of a business.
That settles it, Costello. You, as sheriff, will have to investigate and search Lugosi's house tonight at midnight.
You will like the house, Costello. It's the only house in Encino where every room has a bat. And a strange man should suddenly appear with a long, sharp knife in his hand and offer to cut your throat.
Yes?
Refuse him.
Abbott, take back the badge. I don't want to be sheriff anymore. Get me out of here now, Abbott.
And that's only half the fun, folks. Just as many laughs yet to come. But first, listen to this.